Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now, of course, today being Friday means that it's time for the high school game of the week. This again is going to be a big one as the Jacksonville Cardinals take on the South Central Falcons. Now, you can watch local high school football teams battle it out each Friday night at 7 p.m. with pregame coverage beginning at 6:50 p.m. on WITN 7.2, MyTV, and WITN streaming platforms. Now, WITN MyTV can be found over the air on channel 7.2, Optimum Cable Channel 138, and Charter Spectrum Cable Channel 1215. Now, WITN streaming platforms include WITN.com, WITN News smartphone apps, and the WITN News Smart TV app. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, and Google TV. Now, the ENC High School Football Game of the Week is sponsored by Kellum Law Firm, 264 Shoes and Apparel, Superior Metal Structures, and Concrete LLC. Now, a little sneak peek at what to expect for the game. Here's what we've got. Your end zone forecast. Currently looking chilly. If you're heading out to the game, make sure you bundle up because while the first half may be okay, you may be able to get through it, that second half will have a little bit more of a chill to it, especially sitting on the metal bleachers. You're going to want to have A, something to sit on, and B, something to keep you toasty. Now, we'll get to more of your forecast coming up here in just a few moments, but do want to highlight what we are tracking across the rest of eastern North Carolina. We're going to be sticking with some good news here. The Beaufort Wine and Food is excited for the return of its annual oyster roast. The event will be held on November 15th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Beaufort Hotel front lawn. This event includes a buffet with fresh seafood, wine, spirits, and music by Monica James. Fresh oysters will be prepared in a variety of ways, steamed, raw, and fried. There's something for everyone. Now, tickets are $135 a piece. Since 2005, the Beaufort Wine and Food has donated over $1 million to local nonprofits thanks to the proceeds from their events. In order to purchase tickets, you can head over to our website, WITN.com, where you can find a link. WITN is a proud sponsor of Beaufort Wine and Food. And finally, also want to highlight again 2 school administrators from Pitt County that have received some special recognition. This again is very cool. The Pitt County Schools has announced the recipients of the system's Principal and Assistant Principal of the Year awards. The Principal of the Year for 2026 is Dr. Michael Casey of Ayden Elementary. Casey has served in education for 15 years, as an administrator for 8. He's been in several leadership positions during his career and had won Principal of the Year for 2020. And the Assistant Principal of the Year for 2026 is Mandy Rogister of Chicod School. Rogister has spent the last 3 of her 30 years in education at Chicod and has served as Assistant Principal across the county. Now, Pitt County School Superintendent Dr. Steve Lassiter said, quote, "Strong leadership drives our continued progress, and this recognition reflects just that. Dr. Casey and Ms. Rogister represent the kind of integrity, commitment, and vision that move our district forward. Their school's success stories echo the upward momentum we're seeing across Pitt County schools, where dedicated leaders are helping students grow and achieve at higher levels each year," end quote. Big congratulations go out to Dr. Michael Casey and Mandy Rogister. And now for your weather forecast. It's time in full. I'm just going to highlight the football part of the forecast. We're doing it all. Taking a look outside through our News River cam in New Bern. It is sunny, but still a bit breezy. Still seeing the winds out of the north, which will help keep our air temperatures cooler than average. Expect highs today to get into the mid-60s. Some may see the upper 60s, but I think we're going to be avoiding the 70-degree mark today. As right now at 11 o'clock, we're still seeing a majority of eastern North Carolina reporting stations sitting at 59 degrees or below. Now, we do have some spots already in the 60s. We've got 60 degrees in Rocky Mount, Jacksonville, and Beaufort. 61 being reported through Kenansville, Kinston, and Hatteras. 63 in Stumpy Point. But the rest of eastern North Carolina right now in the mid to upper 50s thanks to these northerly winds. Right now, winds coming in at about 7 to 15 miles an hour across the east. we'll see again these winds relax later on tonight, but more importantly, swing around to the southwest by tomorrow. And that's going to bring about more heat and more just a more comfortable forecast as we make our way into your Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. But for this afternoon, for your Friday afternoon, plan on again the mid 60s, possibly the upper 60s. Anywhere between around 65 to 68 degrees is where I'm anticipating most eastern North Carolina reporting stations will end up later on today. Coming up for tomorrow, certainly starting out chilly yet again, mid 40s as we wake up at 7 a.m., getting into the mid 60s by 11, upper 60s by noon, and then it's into the 70s we go. Mid 70s showing up by the time we get to around 3 to 4 p.m. It is going to again be a day filled with sunshine, but also that sunshine will be accompanied by a southwesterly wind that will again help warm us up. That's why tomorrow is going to be in the mid 70s and today is going to be more in the mid 60s. The winds do have a very, very strong impact on how warm it gets. So zoom the picture out a little bit further and we can actually see where our next chance of rain is going to be coming from. It's not the low down towards Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. That one's actually going to be fading away here over the next few days. It's that larger system. You see it up towards the northwest that's actually itself going to continue to work its way into Canada. Now you may be asking yourself, okay, well, how is a Canadian system going to affect us here at eastern North Carolina? A secondary low pressure system is going to be forming along the backside of that front, and that's going to drag up more moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico. You can kind of see those showers kind of feeding in along that boundary. But then as that whole system moves over the Mississippi, we'll see a few fronts try to pack together. They're not actually going to come together, though, to make a single clean frontal boundary. It's going to be pretty messy. We could have anywhere between around 1 to up to 3 separate fronts rolling through the east on Sunday. And what that does, it limits the severe weather potential across the east. Great news there, but it will also limit our opportunity for rain. We're not looking again at widespread wet conditions as we make our way through Sunday. We will have an equal opportunity for rain across the area Sunday evening, but it's going to be very broken showers. Nothing again that's really going to soak everybody. That's certainly not going to happen. I'm anticipating about 1/4 to maybe 1/2 inch of rain coming in on Sunday. But there's that cold air that's going to be following that front on Monday. We'll warm back up again on Tuesday, only to see another front show up Tuesday evening into Wednesday. There's another big blast of cold air. Thursday we warm back up again, but hey, wouldn't you know it, on Friday and into Saturday, another round of cold air tries to drift its way south into eastern North Carolina. So again, earlier this morning was our first bout of the 40s, at least the low 40s of fall, and we're going to be backing that up again with another round coming up tomorrow morning. A little bit warmer, maybe mid 40s instead of the low 40s, but this is going to be, again, a little bit more of the norm as you peek into next week, Wednesday and Thursday, and even Monday nights, all coming in with overnight lows in the mid to upper 40s. It's just that time of year. Still not time to carve that pumpkin unless you don't mind carving it twice. It'll rot if you do it at this point. But again, it's one that we're certainly starting to feel like Halloween is truly right around the corner. Well, that's all we have time for today's 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, hope you all have a fantastic Friday.